Hi guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. I hope all of you are doing good and staying safe. And now from the title of this video, you guys already know that I'm going to be talking about the laser hair reduction process in today's video. Now this is a hair reduction treatment that I have been undergoing currently, and a few weeks ago on my Instagram stories, like always, I asked you guys if you would want me to make a video about it. Now a laser hair reduction treatment requires multiple seating sessions, and while I have only gone through 3 sessions, I wanted to make this video right now so that I can take you along my journey and we can discuss the progress that I'm making, how I'm feeling, what are the effects I've noticed, what are the side effects, if any, after 3 sessions that I have taken so far. I have another 3 to 4 sessions to go until I have completed my treatment, and we can probably make a part 2 of this video and discuss the improvement and the stages of the treatment later on. Now in today's video, I'm going to be answering all the questions that you guys left on my Instagram story asking about the laser hair reduction process, its cost, does it hurt, its side effects, what is the exact process, how many sessions do you need, and the list of questions that you guys left was pretty exhaustive, so I think I'm going to be covering all the information about the treatment in today's video. Now one thing that I want to clarify here is the reason I keep saying laser hair reduction and not removal is one of the most common myths surrounding this treatment is that it permanently removes your hair. And now while it may do so for some people, what you have to understand is the underlying concept as to how this particular treatment works. The laser hair treatment is basically using laser, which is flashes of heat, to target your hair follicles, and this laser and heat deactivates or weakens the hair follicles so that they cannot lead to hair growth in the future. And another thing that is very important when it comes to taking this treatment is that the contrast between your skin color and your hair color is very important. That is the only way a laser is going to be able to identify your hair follicle. So if you are someone who has a very dark complexioned skin, and on top of that you have hair which is blended into your skin color and it is not very visible on top of your skin, then the laser hair treatment will not be as effective for you compared to someone who has very light or fair skin and has dark hair growth on top. And so this is something that you should consult and discuss with your technician who is going to be performing the treatment on you beforehand. As you can see, I am not entirely fair, but I'm also not very dark, and the hair growth that I have on my arms is very dark, and so the contrast between my skin and my hair color was enough for this treatment to be effective. And so far, after just 3 sessions, I have noticed a lot of reduction in the growth. I still have 3 to 4 more sessions to go. Now you would be wondering, how many sessions does this whole treatment exactly require? And so usually it takes 6 to 8 sessions of laser hair treatment for any body part to be completely treated. I have personally gone for the full body hair reduction treatment because as a model and actor, our occupation requires us to be hair free all the time. Now this is a decision that you will be taking as an individual. Which body parts do you really need to be hair free? Do you need to go for a full body treatment, or do you just need to go for body parts which are quite inconvenient to be shaving or waxing on a regular basis? Now usually professionals will recommend taking 6 to 8 sessions, and yes, you do have to buy the package as a whole, but out of those 8 sessions, 2 sessions are just for maintenance purposes. That is, you can use them later on, next year, the year after that, whenever you feel like going for another session just to remove some more hair. But usually up to 6 sessions are enough to treat that body part that you've gone for. Now the next question that a lot of you had asked me was, how much does this whole treatment cost? Now this is a very subjective question because it depends on which clinic are you going to. Are you going to one of those commercial clinics such as Kaya, Oliva, and a lot of other chains of clinics that do specialize in this treatment, or are you going to an individual professional to get it done? Now personally, I will reveal that the full body laser hair reduction treatment that I am undergoing is quite expensive, like it is in most places, and it will cost you somewhere between 1.5 lakhs to 2 lakhs. That is the cost of the entire package of 8 sessions. You can choose to pay for each session individually, but that will end up being more expensive for you, as in the case with most things. So what I have done is I've paid for the first 2 sessions separately just to see if I'm liking the treatment, if it works for me or if it doesn't. But my own experience with the treatment has been very positive so far, and so the 3rd session onward, I chose to pay the whole remainder of the amount. Now this is the cost for full body laser hair reduction. However, in case you go for individual body parts and you don't need a full body laser hair reduction, then the cost will be much lesser, and for individual body parts it may cost you anywhere between 40k to 60k. Now another common question that I received on my story is the treatment permanent and how long does it last? And so regarding this, I did have a discussion with my own doctor, the clinic that I go to, and something that I've come to learn about this whole treatment is that while the laser treatment will deactivate and weaken your current hair follicles that are leading to hair growth, but something that is very important to keep in mind here, that the laser hair reduction treatment does not target hormonal hair growth. And now this is something that a lot of women might face who are undergoing PCOS, who are approaching menopause. There can be a lot of reasons that women tend to develop hair growth in unwanted body parts. And so any hormonal hair growth that might start after you have finished the treatment will not be taken care of by the laser hair reduction. Solely because that is not how the treatment works. The laser only targets your hair follicles and deactivates them. Now moving on to further questions, a lot of you had questions regarding the process, and so I did film a couple of clips from my last session that I had gone to, and so I'm going to give you a glimpse into how it exactly starts. The number one thing that the professional is going to do is moisturize your skin, because that is a step both before as well as after the session, and then she moves on to shaving your hair. Now before going for any session, you have to make sure that you have a decent amount of hair growth. Only then will the professional be able to shave it off and target the hair follicles as per the treatment. Now a lot of people generally prefer to shave a day before they go for the session and not immediately before the treatment. However, the clinic that I go to, the professional over there herself shaves my legs, my arms, my entire body, and then starts with the treatment herself. And the reason behind that is because the laser is supposed to target only your hair follicles underneath the surface of your skin and not the melanin on top. And so they know exactly how to shave your skin, how much length to cut off and how much to leave behind, and how to not irritate your skin too much. Since I am undergoing full body laser hair reduction, they also shave your face, and before that they make sure to make markings around the areas that the laser has to target and which areas to leave behind. Now a lot of you had also asked me if eyebrows are covered in laser hair reduction plans, but they are absolutely not. In fact, your eyes are covered while undergoing the laser treatment is performed on your face specially, and throughout the treatment you will be given a pair of goggles that you have to wear because you have to protect your eyes from the lasers. And the gel-like substance that you see on my skin here is a cooling gel applied to your skin before the professional goes on in with the laser, because the heat from the laser is going to be very strong and might burn your skin if the cooling gel is not applied. Now on this topic, I want to address one of the questions that a lot of you asked me, that is it okay to get this treatment done if you have acne, especially on your face? And so yes, I did have a consultation with my own dermatologist before going ahead with this treatment. And the only acne that you have to be concerned about is that if you have active acne, which is very painful, and you are currently breaking out on your face, in that case a professional might not want to shave your face exactly, or if you might have to leave the acne prone area untouched, which would mean that the treatment is not as effective. So in those situations you can avoid going for this treatment on your face. However, I still have acne, but it is not that active or painful, and so if you just have acne scars or comedones or dormant acne which is not that painful, it's completely fine. As I mentioned in my facial shaving video as well, it's completely fine to go ahead and shave your face. However, I do think that it's a safe approach to just consult your dermatologist in case you have active acne right now. But a lot of people with acne do get the laser hair treatment done, so it's not unheard of. Another commonly asked question here on this list is, does the process hurt? Now here I want to mention that just like tattoos, hurting is a very relative question. I felt that this question was also very subjective to your own pain tolerance levels. However, I want to mention that the pain does get lesser and lesser with every session. Only in the first session did I feel a bit of uncomfortableness or mild pain, but it was nothing that is not tolerable at all. And so all it feels like is having hot flashes on your skin in certain portions. It doesn't hurt all across. It's only gonna hurt a bit in areas where your skin is very sensitive or while shaving. a part of the hair was left, and so the heat can travel down the hair into your skin and the follicle, and that's where it might hurt you. But other than that, the treatment is mostly painless. Another commonly asked question here is about the side effects of the treatment, and a lot of people are concerned if it is safe to do this laser treatment on their skin. I want to assure all of you there are absolutely no side effects here, because the laser is only going to be acting on the top layers of your skin. Your hair follicles are not very deep seated, so it's not going to affect the deeper layers of your skin. In fact, the professionals are very trained in this, and there are absolutely no side effects or long-term side effects to your skin if that is what you're concerned about. There are so many myths surrounding this treatment that it might cause skin cancer, which again is not true at all. The only side effects that a few people seem to observe is some redness and irritation on the skin. However, I think if you take the right aftercare and precautions, there's absolutely nothing to be worried about, and I did not face any redness or irritation, so I would highly recommend this treatment to anyone looking for hair reduction or removal. So in my opinion, the treatment does not have that many side effects. It's only a rare case where someone might face some redness, and that also will go away in a day or two, so you don't really have to worry about too much. This next question has asked whether the laser hair reduction treatment also helps with curing strawberry legs. So I do have strawberry legs, so I feel like I'm in the right position to be able to answer this question. I've had strawberry legs for as long as I can remember. The first time I got my legs waxed back when I was 16 years old. I think since then I've noticed strawberry legs. And over time, as we started shaving, I also developed razor bumps on my legs. So my skin on my legs is not perfectly smooth at all. Now, one of the things that I noticed while going through laser sessions is that I stopped shaving, not because you have to, but because I did not really need to shave as often. And so one of the things that it helped with was the razor bumps. So my legs are a lot smoother now compared to before because I don't shave as much. But if you're looking for a treatment to chicken skin, to be more specific, I don't think laser is going to help with that. But it has definitely reduced my razor bumps because I don't need to use a razor as much anymore. So that is definitely going to get better. And the last question for today that I want to take up is about the precautions and the aftercare. Now, there are not a lot of precautions or aftercare to be taken. Laser hair reduction is a relatively very simple process and you don't have to worry about too much. The only thing that you have to remember is try not to wax your hair in between sessions, because pulling out the hair is definitely going to re-trigger hair growth from the hair follicles, and it might reverse the effects of the sessions that you've just gone through. However, you can completely shave your arms and legs because there will be a duration of say a month or more between two sessions, and the gap widens with time because your hair growth becomes much slower. And so you can obviously shave between sessions but do not wax at all. Another precaution to be taken right after the session is make sure to keep your skin very moisturized all the time, because not just the weather these days but also the laser heat is going to cause your skin to dry out. So it's very important to moisturize a lot, and also remember to use sunscreen on any exposed body part a few days after you have gotten the session. After getting your laser sessions, in the next 1 week to 10 days, you will notice that you will observe shedding. Now, this is a term used in this treatment, and what it means is that your hair will gradually start growing out and will start falling off, and that is how the repeated sessions eventually lead to no hair growth or very fine and reduced hair growth eventually, because the deactivated hair follicles can no longer produce hair, and the existing hair follicles, the hair that the professional had shaved off, is going to grow a few centimeters and then just fall off. And so something very interesting that you are going to observe after your sessions is that if you pull out your hair like that, it just comes out very easily, and it is a very satisfying thing to do. However, you have to make sure that you don't pull out your hair and let it die down on its own, because pulling any hair follicle that is not ready to die yet might re-trigger hair growth. And so I seem to have exhausted all the questions and answered most of the queries that you guys have asked me. In case you have any more questions that I can answer, you can always leave your questions in the comment section below as always. And something that I want to address here is, yes, this treatment is quite expensive compared to shaving or waxing or threading or any of the regular hair removal methods that we go for. However, if you are in an occupation where you are required to be hair free most of the time, in my opinion, going for this treatment is like an investment. I also did save up for a while before going ahead with this treatment. I did not get laser before my pageant journey, solely because I could not afford it at that time. But now I've decided to make this an investment because shaving every other day was just not convenient for me. The other option could be that it's just very affordable for you and easy on your pocket. In that case, you should definitely go for it because it reduces and saves a lot of the time and effort that you have to put in making regular salon visits as women. And so I'm gonna end this video here giving you all the information that I possibly could regarding the treatment, and it is entirely up to you and your individual choice whether this treatment is suitable for you based on your occupation, based on your lifestyle, based on the budget that you have to spend on a treatment like this, and also most importantly whether your skin and hair color is going to lead to an effective treatment. I think that's one of the most important things that you should check before you go ahead and spend any money on laser hair reduction. And so that's all for this video, guys. I hope you find this video helpful and informative and it helps you make a more informed choice. I will be leaving my clinic details in the description box below, so in case you guys are in Hyderabad and would want to check out the same clinic and go for the same trusted professional that I go to for my treatment, then you can approach them and take a consultation as per your requirements. As always, I love you guys so much and I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye!